Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Oh my God. You've got a woman who is facing criminal charges for ill treatment of a large number of animals on her farm, who is now been appointed as the Speaker of the National Assembly, the ANC National Assembly. That is absolutely disgusting. And it's AfriForum that's taking her to court. And I have talked about this briefly in an earlier video, but now, you know, the trouble in South Africa with all the shit that is happening, you can't just take one thing in isolation. You've got to wait till you get a bunch of stuff and then you put a story together. And there are so many emails I get about little things that are happening which are so wrong. But then you get that kind of litmus test. This is something that you've actually got to take further. So this is now being published. South Africa shared their opinions following the announcement that Thandi Modise will be the Speaker of the National Assembly. Modise, who is the current chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, or NCOP, was nominated by the ANC to be the new Speaker at a special National Executive Committee, or NEC, meeting in Cape Town on Monday. She will take over from Baleka Mbete on Wednesday. Here's what you need to know about Modise, this heartless animal that is now standing as a parliamentarian in the South African Parliament, and no less than the Speaker. It is quite extraordinary. I mean, this is quite extraordinary. No stranger to Parliament, Modise served as chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Defence and the Joint Standing Committee on Defence before being elected on May the 22nd, 2014 as chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, or NCOP. It's called the Inner Circle. The Cape Peninsula University of Technology has appointed Thandi Modise as its new Chancellor. I wonder why. In July 2014, the NSPCA obtained a warrant to inspect animals on a farm in the Northwest Province belonging to Modise. This after the organization received a tip-off that animals on the property had been abandoned. Yeah, she owned the property and the animals were left to die of thirst and to starve. Remember, she's a woman. I'll show you a photo at the end of this. Andries Venter, inspector in the National SPCA's Farm Animal Unit, said it was the worst case of farm animal cruelty he has seen in 20 years with the NSPCA. Yep, and she's going to be the Speaker in the National Assembly. The NSPCA found 79 dead animals, including 58 pigs. It managed to save 30 sheep and goats, 9 geese and 16 chickens. In April, AfriForum private prosecution unit said it was ready to take Modise to trial on behalf of the NSPCA for animal abuse. And you know what? No one else would. This corrupt government, because it's one of their own, highly placed, they just said, oh, doesn't matter, it's just animals, you know, who cares? These guys are heartless. They are savages. It is quite incredible. I am just bloody shocked. She is expected to appear in the Potchefstroom Regional Court on June the 21st. Now let's go into a bit more detail on that. Okay? And this is why I sometimes tend to just hold back on information I get, and then I put the story together. AfriForum's bid to prosecute National Council of Provinces chairperson Now the Speaker of the National Assembly, Thandi Modise, on animal cruelty charges, moved a step closer on Friday when a witness agreed to provide a statement in the case. Now, wouldn't there be a huge target over their back? I hope they're under protection by people who they can be trusted. You know, the ANC love to assassinate opponents of people who come in their way. So let's see what happens to this poor guy or this poor lady. The organization's private prosecution unit, this is AfriForum, has summoned Bejani Chowki and Captain Tigboko Mokolabati to appear in the Potchefstroom Magistrates Court. AfriForum wanted the two to provide the prosecution team with essential and applicable information in the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or NSPCA, case against Modise. AfriForum's private prosecution unit was forced to take this drastic step on summoning men after their refusal to provide statements to the unit. Get that? Their refusal to provide statements to the unit, and the unit didn't put them under a court action so that they would have to do that. It's all politics, and it's so corrupt. Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act is aimed at compelling people with information about an alleged crime, but who are unwilling to share it with investigators to provide the information. Chowki, who was Modise's advisor and is now President Cyril Ramaphosa's advisor, did not attend the court proceedings. His legal representative explained that he could not testify in court on Friday for medical reasons. Oh, there we go. Here come the little porcupines. They're flying. Pigs will fly. Here we go. AfriForum did not accept the apology, but instead applied for a warrant for his arrest. The warrant will stand until April the 29th, when the matter continues in court. Mokolat Babi did not appear in court and agreed to make a statement to AfriForum's private prosecution unit officers next Wednesday. Now look, this report is dated, let me just have a look, the 5th of April 2019. But I can tell you now that this is an ongoing case. It's happening. Although the sequence of dates might seem out of kilter, believe me, this is going to court. AfriForum's private prosecution unit welcomes this turn of events in this case, which means that we are not yet another step closer to getting Modise in court, said private prosecution unit investigator Elias Mangwali. Mangwali said it remains unique in South Africa legal history that witnesses were compelled in terms of Section 205 to make statements. It's all about who you know. The private prosecution unit has a very strong case against Modise, and it is one of our main aims to ensure that no person escapes prosecution simply because they have been protected through political alliances, said Mangwali. The NSPCA decided to privately prosecute in 2017 after the National Prosecution Authority, NPA, decided not to prosecute Modise on animal cruelty charges. You know why? Because it's run by the ANC. Yeah, it ain't rocket science, guys. South Africa is cactus, completely cactus. In July 2014, the NSPCA obtained a warrant to inspect animals on a farm in the northwestern province belonging to Modise. This was after receiving a tip-off that animals on the property had been abandoned. And they were. And I have seen photos, which I'm not going to show here because they're disgusting, of carcasses and skeletons. And, you know, it is just shocking. And this is the farm owned by the new Speaker of the National Assembly in South Africa. She should be behind bars. That's where she should be, not in the parliament. Modise's farm was littered with the carcasses of more than 50 pigs and other dead animals such as geese, ducks, sheep and goats. More than 100 pigs, sheep, chicken and goats were found without food and water. The surviving animals, including swine, sheep, chickens and goats, were all left in a desperate state without food and water. The SPCA had to put down 162 animals as a result of their dire circumstances, said NSPCA Farm Animal Protection Unit Manager Grace DeLange. And the ANC want to put her in charge of the National Assembly as Speaker. That is just disgusting and disgraceful. This opens a whole new chapter on this channel. We're going to keep a very close eye on this, guys, like we do on other specific topics. But this just epitomizes jobs for the boys, corruption, total inhumanity. You know, these people are devoid of emotion and compassion. As so many people have said, they're not animals, they are savages. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell, a line on each side, to be kept informed with all the updates, and have a great day. Bye for now.